language to preach to you. Now you have learned his language. How beautiful. Look, you are ready to receive the message. Look, are you listening to me? You understand what I'm talking in English? Yes, so you are ready to receive the Englishman's message, the Christian's message saying. Same language, he doesn't have to learn your language. No matter what language you speak at home, Urdu or Punjabi or Sindhi, he doesn't have to learn all that. He speaks to you in English. So you have learned his language. Linguistically now you are ready to receive the message. Previously, when they converted any one of us in our motherland, in a village or a town, he becomes like a sore thumb. Everybody sees that guy going and says, that murtad, kafir, mardud, he's a traitor. No? You make him out, there goes the traitor, there goes the traitor. You feel like scowling him. Today, he can get lost in the majority. There are 60 million Englishmen. Among them, one convert and another convert, he can easily digest it. He doesn't stand out anymore as a sore thumb. Previously, the governments were against your conversion. Pakistan doesn't like it. There are missionaries making inroads into the country. There are 200,000 Christians in Sialkot on the border with India, a potential fifth column of 2 lakh. There are so many cities in Pakistan which has an average population of more than 100,000 Christians. Peshawar, Rawalpindi, Quetta, 72 Christian missions in the guise of service to the people. The Mujahideen and the Muhajirin are being converted to Christianity. The government knows, but they can do nothing about it. As against that, there are only 6 Muslim groups. Only 6 against 72 of the Christians. The Muslim is not aware. He doesn't care. He's blaming the government. The government doesn't like it. I'm not trying to defend anybody. The government doesn't like it, but can do nothing about it. But here, the government is happy. They want to absorb you. They are happy. The government is happy to have you become one of them. That you also become a fig eater. You also become a wine bibber. Yeah, they'll be happy. They're happy with you becoming one with them. No? Yes. 5 points. Which they didn't have before, they have now. Advantage. And they're working. They're working. Books. Christ put key in your hand. They are Muslim in the masjid. Allah or the God of the Bible. Come on, which will you have? Share your faith with the Muslim. They have printed, according to Professor Edward Said, he is a Lebanese Christian, Professor Edward Said of the Columbia University in America, he says, this is from the News Times magazine, he says early Christian polemicists, people who argue and debate against Islam, use the Prophet's human person as their butt, something to hit against, accusing him of whoring, accusing our Nabi of whoring, zinakori, astaghfirullah, charlatan, sedition, charlatanry, as writing about Islam and the Orient burgeoned, 60,000 books have been written between 1800 and 1950. In 150 years, they wrote more than 60,000 books against Islam. And the Muslim says, leave them alone. What do you want to interfere with them? They are nice people. Sheep and goats ready for slaughter. Here, again, this is Newsweek. It tells us that today more than 60% of the world's 70,000 missionaries are Americans. There are 70,000 crusaders, mujahids of Christianity raising the dust in the world. These are priests, ministers of the church, parsons. No. These are the mujahids of Christianity. They are out to change the world. Out of the 70,000, 60% are Americans. I worked it out. 42,000 Americans are raising the dust in the world today. The Muslim says, leave him alone. He's a nice guy, kind chap, Why you bother him? Leave him. I said, look, Allah doesn't leave him. Allah is telling us in the Quran that they will not be satisfied with you. You Muslims, no man what you say. You say you believe in Jesus. Jesus was one of the mightiest messengers of God. We say he was the Messiah, the Messiah. We say he was born miraculously. We say he gave life to the dead by God's permission, and he healed those born blind and the lepers by God's permission. Does that satisfy them? No. Allah says, وَلَن تَرْضَى عنك اليهود ولا النصارى حتى تتبع ملتهم. They will never be satisfied with you, O Muslim. Don't be fools. Unless you become one of them. Become a Roman Catholic, the Roman Catholic will be satisfied. Become an Anglican, the Anglican will be satisfied. Become a Seventh-day Adventist, then they will be satisfied. They will never be satisfied with you unless you join the church. It's either you get lost with them, change them. Change them or get changed. There's no other way. What is the answer to all this? The answer is, this book of God, the Quran. We have to acquaint ourselves with this book. We don't know, Wallah, we don't know the book. We only hear, we are prepared to die for this book. If they insert the book, we can raise rebel from here and say, come on, we'll march on to the city hall or town hall and we'll do this and do that. On the parliament house, the Muslim is prepared to do that. He is prepared to die for this book. But he knows nothing about the book. He is not prepared to live by it. He doesn't know what it says. Nothing. He's prepared to die for it, but he's not prepared to live for it. Because he doesn't know what it says. He doesn't know. Wallah, he doesn't know. Bulk of us, we know nothing. We can be praying 5 times a day. Pictures of piety, yes, but we know nothing about the book. So the Christians are taking advantage of that. And they're making inroads into our community. They know that at the back of your mind, so many things you have inherited. You believe, you believe, you believe. You believe that in Jesus? Yes. So they come to you, they say, you believe in Jesus? Say, yes. So you know he was one of the mightiest messengers of God? So no, we accept that. So you know he was born miraculously, without any male intervention? So no, we believe that. So you know he was the Masihullah? So no, we accept that. Was Muhammad Masihullah? He says, no. But Jesus is Masih? Yes. Your prophet? Only Rasul? Say yes. He's only Rasul. In the Quran, Isa is Rasul and Masih? He says yes. That's what the Quran says. He says, you know, Jesus was born without a father? He said, yes. Mu'jiza. Was Muhammad born like that? He said, no. See? He's creating in your mind degrees of superiority for Jesus.